Welcome to another episode of Culture Craft, a podcast about creators throughout history, the culture that created them, and the culture they helped to create.
Very good.
That was yours.
So yeah,
last
it was a
week. I was
Davism.
inspired.
Yeah,
It was just so much cleaner than
It's so
everything
much
else
cleaner.
we've ever done. My name is Ian, and I know nothing this week, and I'm really excited about it.
My name is Kyle, and I don't know my name or what we're talking about.
Well, it's good to meet you. Maybe Kyle. I'm Ellie,
There you go.
Okay.
and I know stuff, but we'll find out what.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah.
It's built-in suspense.
It's the whole
It's
point.
good broadcasting
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Is
So-
anything exciting happened this week that we want to talk about?
Well, inspired by last week's Culture Critter, Dave's Culture Critter last week, I decided to declare war on Austria.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So-
can just do that.
Well, I went down to City Hall. I felt like it'd be better to do it down there officially, but they don't have any forums for it.
Mm-hmm.
So you can
Turns
just
out.
do it.
Yeah, I just decided to declare it out loud,
Yeah.
and I was removed, but I think I'm at war with Austria now. I don't really know what happens next.
I mean, have
There's
they?
not really a discussion of next steps.
No, I don't really know what to do now. I think I just wait.
But have they responded yet?
No, silence. Radio
kinda winning.
silence.
I think your best bet is drone warfare.
I don't have any drones. I don't have
Yeah,
any
yeah.
weapons of any kind.
That's kind of what I mean. Is that's the most attainable weapon
Attainable
for you.
weapon.
Yeah.
Nerfs are very attainable to me.
Yeah.
I am surrounded by nerfs, so that's a big well, so far my plan is just to kind of wait. I think
Austria will fuck it up.
I think 6 weeks. I think if it's 6 weeks and I haven't heard from them, I've won.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What are you hoping to win?
Respect.
Oh, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Not territory.
Oh no, I don't think I need that.
They have.
We would
could
be
get a-
in Austria, right? I don't
Yeah,
really
but you could get like
wanna...
an Alp. Like not all of them, but like one Alp.
A solitary.
I would
Alp.
love an Alp. I'm gonna put that in my. I haven't even come up with demands yet. I'm gonna put that in my demands.
Yeah.
I would love an Alp. That would be great. Okay. Well,
Let's get started. We don't care how Kyle's doing because Kyle's not part of the show.
Yeah.
So
Kyle went to the DMV. This is a true thing that happened to Kyle once. He forgot the stamp.
yeah.
But he didn't know he forgot the stamp. But when he was walking into the DMV, there was somebody that needed their car jumped. So he stopped and helped them jump their car. And then the nice lady working the ticketing counter was like, I saw what you did. Here's a ticket. I saved it for you.
Oh.
So Kyle got to jump in line, but then he just had to leave because he didn't have his photo ticket thing or whatever.
That is a damn shame.
It was
Oh, you know-
the nicest gesture anybody at a DMV ever made.
Yeah.
And he just had to fuck off.
Yeah, that sucks a lot. I honestly did go to the DMV recently and had to get a new driver's license, and the fellow behind the counter looked at me and very sweetly said, well, first he offered to let me keep the old photo, which I was like, the whole reason I'm here, I could renew the license online. I am here to take a photo, and now you're telling me I didn't need to do that. And he went, well, it's a nice photo. You look like Dean Cain, which is the second time that Dean Cain has come up in my life in the last few months. And I haven't previously thought of Dean Cain other than learning that he's an ICE agent now since he was Superman and we were children. And I don't know how to feel about it. I mean, he's not an ugly man, I suppose. So that's, I'll take it. I don't look, I mean, they have eyes. I don't look like Dean Cain. This is a man at a DMV. He's clearly gone insane. But
I can see it a little bit.
you don't.
I wouldn't say you look like him. But
I
when
have
other
black
people
hair.
say
I mean, what do you
you
want?
have black hair and glasses, so you do look like a little bit like Superman.
Okay, that I'll take.
You look like
I'm
you
good
look
with
a
that.
little bit like all Supermans.
Okay, all right.
Supersman?
That's the closest I'm ever going to come to Henry Cavill. so
Supersman.
I'll
In the
take it.
French, I believe it is Supersman.
Like attorneys general.
Or Coles de Sac.
Yeah. Okay, so now that we talked about the DMV
Yeah,
Mhm.
and how to properly pronunciate weird words,
Mhm.
like
to the
pronunciation.
4 people left watching.
What are we talking about today?
Welcome. You are our people. All right. We are going to talk a little bit today about the state of the world in 1811.
Okay.
1811, the Mexican War for Freedom was happening.
Yeah.
Exciting stuff going on. Napoleon II was born, which means that Napoleon I was still running pretty rampant all
Yep.
about Europe, doing his thing.
Shooting loads all over
Mhm.
the continent.
Exactly. George III was insane, so we had the British Regency at this time, which means also this is the year that Jane Austen's first published work was published, Sense and Sensibility.
Oh, okay.
So we're in that.
I didn't know anything. I don't know anything about the last several sentences you've said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so George III, who we America won America from, we
Yeah.
beat him.
Right.
He goes super crazy,
Yeah.
Mad King,
Okay.
and so his son, also George, because that was just the thing, becomes regent because he's not dead. So George IV, I guess, doesn't become king. He just becomes the regent, and he
okay.
serves as king while his father is
I didn't know that.
just kooky pants. Yeah, so that's what we call the Regency era. So like a lot of all the Jane Austen stuff is Regency era.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
I guess I never put that
pre-Victorian.
together. Yeah.
A lot of people call it Victorian, but it's not Victorian. Victoria is not even born yet. So like Bridgerton fans, if you're a Bridgerton fan, that's Regency era. That's right about time we are. Although if you're watching Bridgerton to figure out what the Regency was like, you're not getting accurate information. All right.
When does George W. come in? Because he was my favorite of all the Georges.
Of all the Georges.
Yeah.
He comes in a lot later. He's not related, in fact, I don't believe, to George III or George IV.
I would not be surprised, actually.
Yeah.
To find out that the Prescott Bushes had a little bit of English royalty in them.
I found out I'm related to Camilla.
Oh.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Really?
So since you're watching this, Camilla, I know you are. Hit me up. We'll go out for ice cream or something. Whatever you like. I don't know.
It seems too common.
Bonbons?
Yeah, bonbons.
I don't even. Yeah.
Yeah, I think bonbons.
I think probably bonbons. The commissioner's plan for Manhattan was proposed, which was like a plan to grid up the island of Manhattan. So the reason Manhattan is the way it is now, 1811. Harriet Beecher Stowe was born, who would go on to write Uncle Tom's Cabin. So we're antebellum. We're pre-Civil War in America. But the Louisiana Purchase had happened 9 years before this. So for about 9 years, we've had free reign of the Mississippi River. We can get things from anywhere on the East Coast down out into the ocean. But the problem with that is the Mississippi River only flows one way. And so they didn't have any way to get back up. So farmers would build these rafts out of logs. They would put all their supplies, all the things to sell on the rafts. They would float their rafts down the river. They would sell all their stuff, sell the raft, all the logs it was made of, and then make their way on land back up to their farms.
Right.
It was not the most efficient way to go. Steam engines for like locomotives had been invented almost a decade before this. So it was in people's head, the idea that this is what we were going to do with it. This is what we're trying to get steamboats to work. But in 1811, there wasn't a steamboat that was going up and down the Mississippi River. Flashback.
Okay. You just put so much energy into setting us up for 1811 and we're leaving it?
Yeah, we're going back in time.
Okay.
There were people who were experimenting with steam engines, even at the end of the 1700s. People like William Henry, who lived and served his great country in the state of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was a delegate for Pennsylvania to the Continental Congress. So he's like OG. He's
Good
like,
Congress.
he's one of the people there. And he began doing experiments on the Conestoga River, trying to get steamboats to work. But early steamboats kind of sucked.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, so
I like that they're just, I suppose, like, as a failsafe, a dude could get in there and still row the oars, right? Maybe that's what they're thinking.
Well, no, I think they just were thinking about what do boats do now? Well, people get in them and they row them with oars. Well, how can we make steam row the oars instead of the people rowing the oars?
Yeah.
It was.
And that's not a good idea. This is a sketch, a design for something that never really came into fruition successfully.
To see that.
It didn't work out.
I would love
We
to
could
see that
do it
thing.
now, like animatronically, like but we don't because
It'd be brilliant to just watch that go in a circle on a lake.
Yeah.
Because I imagine that's what happens if you turn that on.
Yeah, it's not the way. Eventually, William Henry meets a 12-year-old Robert Fulton. This is Robert.
Robert.
And they decide to do fun boat experiments together. They're really into it. They're doing a lot of steamboat stuff.
Wait, hold on. I'm sorry.
That's just cool, though.
It is cool and fun. William Henry's a grown-ass man.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah,
he meets a 12-year-old and they're just palling around.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Have you never seen Back to the Future?
Oh my God, that's a good point. Is that what?
That's
Is that what?
It's pretty much what's happening here.
The level of technological achievement of making a steam engine in the 1811s.
It's equivalent.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay.
Yeah. Well, Robert comes from a pretty well-to-do family. He's born in 1765. At the time, he's born in Little Britain, which is a province of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, because Pennsylvania doesn't exist yet when when he
right.
The state of Pennsylvania doesn't exist yet when he's born. But yeah, he's just really into like sciencey stuff, and he goes to hang out with his father's friend William Henry, and they do lots of experiments on the river trying to make steamboats. William Henry is also the patron of a painter named Benjamin West, who is a very famous American painter. He paints things like this. He also paints that famous picture of Benjamin Franklin with the key and the lightning. That one that comes to your mind, that's Benjamin West.
What is happening here?
One of the generals is being murdered.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. But I just like this one. I think he looks kind of funny. He's like, ooh.
He's wilting.
He's wilting.
I thought he was melting.
Yeah. No, he's dying.
Oh, he's a gut shot.
Yeah, but Benjamin West was a painter of early America, and he teaches Robert Fulton how to draw, how to paint. So Robert would use those skills later in his designs.
Just hanging out with this 12-year-old.
Robert Fulton will meet like all of the movers and shakers.
He must have been a cool ass 12-year-old.
That's a rad kid.
Yeah, he was a really rad kid. But in 1786, he gets the tuberculosis.
Oh.
Yeah. So his doctor's like, you got to get out of here, move to Europe, which I don't really know why.
How on earth is that better?
Europe is better than Pennsylvania, but he goes to Paris. And then he goes to England, and he lives there with Benjamin West, actually. So he's hanging out with like all these artists, these movers, these shakers of the time, these like thinkers.
Is he a teenager yet?
He's a teenager, and then he becomes a young man while he's living in Europe. And in England, he becomes friends with Robert Owen, who's the founder of Owenism, which is basically a decision that like people deserve like good working conditions. He's a founder of a utopian socialism and cooperative movement. So he gets people together and tries to unionize them to better like factory conditions. He wants like child labor laws, crazy stuff like that. But he established these Owenite communities that all failed. Yeah. They didn't work out, which seems to be the way that those things happen. But he was like, we're going to make utopia. We're having these crazy ideas. Kids are going to, not work in textile factories. While Robert lived in England, he got swept up in the latest craze.
Oh, I'm so excited.
You know the craze? The English craze that happens from 1790 to 1810?
Yeah, give it to me.
Canal Mania.
Yes.
Canal Mania.
What the hell is that field? Let's put it.
That is my favorite board game.
Canal Mania was a period of intense canal building in England and Wales between the 1790s and 1810s. So tons of people in England and Wales were building canals on their properties at the time. It was a real just the thing to do.
Like building a personal canal on their property.
I bet, but
that
no, they were. Actually, they were trying. They were just trying to figure out how to get stuff from place to place.
Yeah,
they were building them all over the place. So Fulton designed a dredging machine to like actually physically help with building the canals. He was in there. He was down in the dirt. And he once on these canals, they were like, well, now we have these canals. What's going up and down them? And he was like, I've been working on the steam stuff.
Since
So
I was 12.
so he tries to make a steam engine that works on these canals. He still just hasn't quite figured it out.
That's a smart move, actually, like building the market
Oh,
Yeah.
and then you
build
bring
it
in your
Yeah.
product.
first.
Yeah.
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 But he did directly to contribute to Canal Mania with his dredging machine.
Yeah, cool.
He can't quite get the steam engine to work. But while he's up and down on these canals, on these boats, he's like, I got a better idea.
Yeah.
And the French were at war. A revolution had happened. Napoleon was doing his thing. And he's like, you know what Napoleon needs? He needs a submarine. So Robert Fulton.
He's so ahead of his time. Imagine what Napoleon would have done if he had an actual submarine.
Well, Robert designs the first submarine and tries to sell it to Napoleon.
That's so amazing.
This is maybe my favorite picture that's ever been on the internet. In 1797, Robert goes to Paris to try to earn a commission to build the first working
so
submarine.
Funny. Look at how little sub it is.
I would.
It's here. His
And
eyes are just.
He's bobbing this thing up and down the Seine in Paris.
Oh my god.
And you see what he's doing with his hand? It is a hand crank submarine.
Oh, it
my
goes.
God.
It goes so slow. It goes so slow that it's like a jellyfish. It just goes with the tide.
Yeah.
I would give any
So
amount of money
Uh-huh.
to be able to go back and watch this pitch meeting.
Mhm. This is the Nautilus. Well, the pitch meeting was just a demonstration.
Okay,
So-
sharks. Check this out.
So
Have you seen a bobber?
he goes back to Paris in 1797. He takes 3 years to build this thing and to present it to Napoleon. In 1800, it's first tested. Hand cranked screw propeller. He's got 4 hours of air in there.
Yeah.
So this is a 4-hour submarine.
That's impressive, honestly, that there's that much.
Uh-huh.
Imagine how hot it would
Uh-huh.
be in there.
But you're like, why would Napoleon want this? What could this possibly contribute to his war effort?
Yeah.
Well, missiles. He puts 2 little missiles
Why not?
on the submarine, but he doesn't have any way of launching them.
Yeah.
So he decides, for the demonstration that he does for Napoleon, he gets a boat on the Seine.
Yeah.
He gets in a submarine, 2 little missiles, and he's like, I'm just going to ram this other boat.
With him inside it.
Yes. With the missiles. And so he does. He does that. And he blew up a sloop on the Seine.
How is he not dead? How did
And
it?
he gets it so he gets it so that it works out. Napoleon sees this and obviously is like, no, that's not for me.
This is hilarious in every possible way. But we have to give him credit. He did properly predict exactly what
Yeah.
we would use submarines for.
Yeah. He really figured
I
it.
don't-
Napoleon was the one who dropped the ball on this, I feel.
I mean, there's simply no defense at the time. Like, 'cause if you deployed this in war,
4 hours at a
everyone
time.
would just be like, "What the hell is that?" And just slowly.
You would just move the boat, I feel.
Slowly coming.
Just
It's,
chasing you.
it's never catching up to a boat. And if it ever does and you get in trouble, you cannot fight because you come out exhausted. If you This is also the only
wanna know-
machine that, like, the more you work it to go faster, the less air you have.
Yes,
Like, you are
yes.
going through your own supplies. You're breathing heavily, just pumping it.
How did he smash into a boat and detonate a missile and not immediately die?
I don't know, but that Napoleon asked the same question. He was like, "This is a suicide ship. I don't want this."
Did
Yeah.
he smash into the boat and then pop the top up? And then just like,
Just jump
like he
out.
doesn't shoot, it's like a bottle rocket. He just holds the missile and lights it.
Just throws it. My vision of this is that he propels up. He
Toiled
propels
his
up
way.
to the sloop. He opens the top. He pushes the missiles out into the other thing. They have a little fuse, and then he quickly closes the top.
Watching him close it as he's just watching the fuse.
Just propels back as fast as he can. That's my.
He had
That's
bicycles.
my
Like, why
vision.
not use your legs? seas. Just,
Why not
this
use
is
your
the
legs?
craziest shit.
Oh, could just imagine that, but with a penny farthing just like stacked on it.
A submarine penny farthing is incredible.
Perfect. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love everything about this idea.
I know this is not what we remember Robert Fulton for and why we're talking about him, but goddamn, I wish it was.
No, this is a great failure for him. No one bites on this submarine.
We need to write fiction set in the alternate universe where Napoleon said yes and got excited about this.
And then these just take over the world.
Oh,
Like the Jules Verne alternate history where
the alternate history where like there's just 100,000 of these things bobbing down the Volga. as he just marching his troops through Russia. Doesn't matter, they're breaking through the ice.
That's so funny.
Well, unfortunately, that's not what happened.
We were robbed.
Yeah.
Napoleon robbed us.
He really did. He just didn't have the vision for it.
Yeah.
But Robert was really a man ahead of his time in many ways.
He was a man at this point.
He was man.
Okay.
He was a man.
Though this does scream 12-year-old
Yes,
ID.
it really does. I think he just made a notebook when he was 12 years old and then spent the rest of his life making the things.
Yeah, hell yeah. That rules.
Yeah, great. Good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, he was a man. He lived in Paris, and he entered into a relationship in Paris with two people simultaneously.
Ooh.
Ruth
Parisian.
and Joel Barlow were a married couple,
Oh.
and he lived with them for 6 years, and they were very obviously. We know there's very detailed letters between the three of them that reveal there was a throuple going on between the three of them.
Are you going to read
I'm not going to read any excerpts from it, but they are scandalous. There's Joel Barlow himself. And so now you understand.
I get it. Yeah.
Now you understand.
Yeah.
The raw sex appeal.
Just imagine, though, like writing a horny text today,
Yeah.
but then having to just spend 3 months waiting to see, like, oh no, did I go too far?
Imagine writing a horny text today, and then 200 years later, it's in a museum.
Yeah.
Okay. In 1801, so a year after his rejection, he meets this man named Robert Livingston, who is the ambassador to France. Robert Livingston, that dude, that dapper gentleman, he lives, his family estate is in New York on the Hudson River. And he was in a committee of 5 people who drafted the Declaration of Independence.
Oh.
So again, Fulton is he's the Forrest Gump of his day.
That is incredible.
Yeah, he really is. He's rubbing his shoulders with everybody. So Fulton had convinced the state of New York that if he could build a steam engine that would be able to shuttle people from New York City to Albany, that he could have exclusive rights to steam travel on the Hudson River. And the New York State Legislature was just like, fine.
Whoa.
Just gave a monopoly, which I think was probably because they were like,
that's not possible.
That's not ever going to happen.
Governments were fast and loose with the rules in the 1800s.
They really were.
Wait, so Fulton accomplished that, or this guy accomplished
that? Livingston.
Okay.
He owns property on the Hudson River, and he convinces the state to like give him a monopoly. But he doesn't have a steam engine. He was just like, if I did, though.
Yeah, that's even better.
So he meets Fulton, and he's like, I think this guy is my guy to make a steam engine, and then I get this monopoly. So he funds Fulton's research, and Fulton pivots from submarine back to steam engine. His dreams of the American steamboat are rekindled, and they return to the United States, to New York. In 1807, so 6 years later, they launch their boat called the Claremont. People called it Fulton's Folly as he was building it. Nobody really believed that it would actually work. It had 24 horsepower, It looked like that. Pretty
That's a-
nice sloop.
that's a boat-ass boat.
It did also have sails, just in case.
That's a pretty looking boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
It was captained by Captain Brink, who told his wife, he said, "I'm going to take you to Albany on a tea kettle."
That's fun.
And he did. They made the trip in 32 hours, which was
Wow.
phenomenal at the time.
So
Now
you got
they
that
own the
monopoly.
Hudson.
And he got that monopoly. He did. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Fulton, after the successful launch of the Clermont, wrote to Joel Barlow in one of these saucy letters. And he said, "The power of propelling boats by steam is now fully proved. The morning I left New York, there were not perhaps 30 persons in the city who believed that the boat would ever move 1 mile an hour. While we were pulling off from the wharf, which was crowded with spectators, I heard a number of sarcastic remarks. That is the way in which ignorant men compliment what they call philosophers and projectors. Having employed much time, money, and zeal into accomplishing this work, it gives me, as it will you, great pleasure to see it fully answer my expectations." So Livingston now had exclusive rights to steam navigation on the Hudson River.
That's insane.
Yep. On January 8th, 1808, so about a year later, Fulton married Harriet Livingston, the daughter of Walter Livingston and niece of Robert Livingston. He did propose to Harriet that once they were married, he was like, "Hey, I got this couple friend in Paris.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
We could do this. We could do the
Yeah.
four-way
You do a
thing."
quad.
And she was like, "No, I'm not really interested in that."
Huh.
But
Lame.
that same year, she did give birth to one Robert Barlow Fulton.
Interesting.
So Fulton was not really secretive about his.
Yeah. He
no.
was,
So now we're back to 1811, where we started.
and the Barlows are back in England?
Barlows are still in Paris. I think that's why they're
Or
writing.
Paris. Sorry.
Writing to each other. Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was a long flashback. It's like an
Yeah,
episode of
it
Lost.
was. It was the whole episode. Yeah. But we're still in 1811, and still there are no steamboats going up and down the Mississippi River.
Mm.
So Fulton decides to fix that. He and Nicholas James Roosevelt, an ancestor of the Roosevelts we're familiar with, decide that they're going to launch a boat that would go up and down the Mississippi River. Now, if you're going to do that, where are you going to launch it from? If you're going to launch a boat that goes up and down, it goes from the Ohio to the Mississippi, where do you launch it from? Where do you build it? Where?
Here.
Yes.
Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh.
Yay.
Yes. So the first Mississippi steamboat called the New Orleans was built and launched in Pittsburgh.
Is the name New Orleans just aspirational?
I think the name New Orleans was just like, this is going to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is where it's
Great.
headed. Yep, and it steamed its way to New Orleans, and it changed the American landscape. All of those, like all the imagery that you have in your head of those
Yeah.
wheeled steamboats.
I love that boat arriving in
This
New
is where it started.
Orleans, and
That's
Yeah.
the New Orleans.
The hometown boy.
Yeah, and that
right there.
looks like what you think a steamboat looks
Yeah,
like. That's
absolutely.
going up
yeah,
and down. Yeah.
Big wheel.
Yeah.
Keeps
Yeah,
on turning.
So that launched here.
Yep, and changed America as we know it. Mm-hmm.
Is that what that song refers to?
Big wheel keep on turning. Proud
Yeah,
Mary
yeah.
keep on burning. Yeah,
Makes sense.
rolling, rolling
rolling
on the river.
What could it refer to otherwise?
I don't know.
I'm asking
I don't
myself
know.
now.
Mhm.
I've just never thought about it.
So great. Everyone loved these new inventions. Steamboats took over the Americas, and they spent a lot of time blowing up. They blew up a lot. It
As
was
is
a real
the American
problem.
way.
As is the American way. They were just little bombs that that transported goods, and then eventually one time you just didn't. Yeah. Yep. Then Robert did not solve that problem. That wasn't his problem to solve.
He already solved a bunch of problems
Yeah,
already,
yeah,
right?
exactly. Exactly. But Fulton's final design was a floating battery called the Demologos. It was the first steam-driven warship in the world, and it was built for the United States Navy for the War of 1812, but it wasn't completed until after his death. But it did incorporate some of the design for the submarine,
Yeah. Hell
Oh
yeah.
my God.
namely the missiles.
The
Oh.
the point blank missile system. Oh my God, that's
yeah.
so funny.
Yep, and this is it.
Oh,
It's the
cute.
first
It's like
steam-powered
Hot
warship.
Tubby.
Yeah, it's a little cute, chubby little boat. Yeah. First
How did,
steam-powered warship.
I mean, that's amazing.
Mhm.
Did it have sails too, or is it all?
looks like
steam?
It
has
looks like it has
rigging
sails. Yeah.
sails,
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe so. Yeah, they weren't like so confident in this team that they were like,
Yeah.
let's just not have any sales yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. There's one of my favorite books is Noble House, because I'm basically a 65-year-old white man.
You are.
It's about the founding of Hong Kong, and there's a moment where all of the traders, TRADER, who have been operating in Hong Kong for decades now and live like kings, they see the first steam engine cross the horizon, and they all lose their goddamn minds because they know immediately that like the only thing in that era, early 1800s, or yeah, like 1830s, I guess, that was left to the sail was the ability to traverse oceans, because there was just no way to do it. And the first steam engine that made it to Asia was like the end of an era for them.
I did see, this was several years ago, but I think we were already dating maybe. I saw an article about a green designer had made a big ship. And the article said, such and such designer creates first wind-powered ship.
That's so stupid.
I was like,
no.
Incorrect.
In
1815, Robert Fulton goes the way of all flesh.
I heard her father say that casually in conversation.
Unprompted.
And I was like, what the fuck is
And I just
happening?
looked at you and I went, he goes, I heard it.
It's a completely normal, cromulent thing to say.
Okay.
But in 1815, Robert Fulton does die. He and his friend Thomas Emmett are walking. Thomas Emmett falls through the ice.
Are they walking on water? A frozen
On ice.
It would be
water on
wild
ice.
if they're not.
I guess they were walking on a
Or frozen
body
lake.
of water that was frozen.
Okay.
His friend.
Have you never done that?
Thomas.
No, I grew up in the Philippines.
You've missed out.
Why would anyone ever do that?
Because it's
It's
cool.
shorter.
Because it's a place that you don't get to walk normally.
Yeah.
And now you can.
If there's like a little
I've walked on
creek.
so many frozen lakes.
Okay.
Yeah, if there's like a little creek or something by your house and you like have to go all the way. You're telling me, you who has never walked in a crosswalk are telling me that if the lake was frozen and it was faster to go across than go around to a bridge, that you wouldn't walk over the lake.
I would not walk over. I am going to tell you that right now. And y'all are positioning like I'm the asshole, but that asshole's dead. So I'm not wrong here.
Well, you're about to regret saying that, because Thomas falls through the ice. Robert goes in and rescues Thomas, saves Thomas's life. Thomas lives, but Robert, if you'll remember, has the tuberculosis.
Oh, no.
I forgot, and he forgot.
He forgot that he had the tuberculosis, and he dies of the tuberculosis.
Wow. Maybe he didn't forget, and he gave his life willingly to save his friend.
Exactly.
I'm choosing to believe that the man who invented the submarine willingly sacrificed his life to save his friend, because that's very noble.
Yeah.
And it does kind of fit his vibe.
Yeah, he would just do it. I like that.
With his...
It's sad he died. Did he have he had a kid?
Yeah, he had some kids. Yeah. And they all were fine. They ended up okay. They did cool stuff. He was pretty wealthy when he died. He was pretty wealthy when he was,
So what happened to the monopoly? Because that cannot still exist.
No.
What happened there?
I don't know. Eventually it went away, but I assume there's not a lot of steam traffic on the Hudson anymore.
Yeah, maybe it just.
But I mean, there had to be for a while.
Yeah. But yeah, he's a pretty cool dude. I hope you guys like him, because
I love this little 12-year-old boy.
Yeah.
That's great news. Because he's one of the two statues that sit in the National Statuary Hall for Pennsylvania.
Who's the other one? Do you know?
A general, like a Revolutionary War general.
Okay. So America doesn't have a lot of history to begin with, but Pennsylvania's got most of it.
Yeah, a lot of it.
And he's one of the two.
Pennsylvanians,
not William Penn.
Not Ben Franklin.
Robert, what a cool story.
Yeah.
I want to know so much more about the intricacies of his sexual affairs with the Barlows and how his wife felt about that. And I now understand that I need to go digging through their saucy letters.
We need to
figure
dig
that
through
out.
their saucy letters, and I think it will tell us a lot of those things. You need to tell us, do you want like an extra bonus episode,
There is,
viewers?
yeah.
Do you want a bonus episode in which the three of us, 2 men and 1 woman, dramatically read the Barlow Fulton letters?
It is a good companion podcast.
Ah,
Actually, just like in general,
yeah.
like
We just dig up like
reread sexy letters from.
This is Sexy Letter Podcast.
No, just like it's like an off week thing
Yeah.
or something.
I love it. That's
That's a
such a
great
good
idea.
idea. That's such a good idea.
just to dramatically read. Yeah.
And I did talk on the Culture Critters last week about the letters, the saucy letters between King James and
Yeah,
his
the spy.
mistress, his spy
James,
mistress. Yeah,
whatever, yeah.
yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of them out there.
Yeah.
People-
That would be fun.
People been
didn't
horny.
have any way of being saucy with each other long distance other than letters at the time.
Mhm.
So we got a lot of them. When we first started doing these episodes, I would ask at the end, where do you think this person falls on what I called the quirkometer?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the
yeah.
quirkometer.
So tell me what you think about Fulton. What for his time
Yeah.
and then in our time, where does he fall?
I mean, I think timelessly he's crazy.
yeah.
But what a cool example of like someone who just he just went for
Mm-hmm.
whatever idea he had. He was involved. I mean, it's how did he know all these people? How was he just involved in everyone who mattered? Lives.
That's a cool ass statue, though.
It is a cool statue. It's him like doing stuff,
Yeah.
inventing stuff.
I get really impressed for for this statue for a number of reasons. One, the paper looks like paper. The little
Yeah.
tassel things on the chair look like they're not.
I know. And look like they're not solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
And then like the action of him just like
yeah.
Yeah.
working on the model
It's
or
a good
potentially
statue.
toy, since he is a 12-year-old boy in my
Yeah,
heart.
just a
Uh,
tinker. They did make a movie of him in the 30s called Little Old New York, I think. And he's talking during his love scene with Harriet Livingston. She says, "Is all you think about the boat, Mr. Fulton?" And his reply is, "Do you like boats?"
Ugh.
So
That's
yeah, he was a little quirky.
He's more quirky now than he was then, simply because then everybody was out of their mind. So
Yeah.
like deciding to build a submarine for Napoleon, it worked. Like you said, like everything about him is incredible, but he's also good at it.
Yeah.
So it's not like he's insane and just trying to like do shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the guy who made the infernal machine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like he has an idea, it sticks in his head, and then he builds his idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's a crazy. I'm giving him like a 7. A 7
Yeah.
out of 10.
Yeah. But inversely of that, if you're saying he's weirder now than he was in the time, like the polycule or whatever was not a highly accepted form of.
Certainly not.
His relationship, his throuple,
Yeah.
didn't really even come into
Yeah,
play. It was
into
just
your
like,
factor. So I just feel like he's a pretty good example of the world changed pretty drastically
Yeah.
after he did what he did. He did something, and on the other side of it, America was different forever.
Pretty clean cut.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right.
Thank
nice.
you.
Okay. Well, love you. Bye.